it's Jen. How are you today? Turn on my light here. Hopefully that helps. Good afternoon. It is a lunchtime, but we are here to talk about breakfast. Sorry, just getting everything set up here so maybe you can see it a little better. Let's hope. Okay. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. If you are new to my broadcast, my name is Jen Zills. I am a wife, a mom of 3, a certified health coach, and the founder of Kids Eat Vegetables, where I help busy moms on their journey to raising healthy kiddos. And I am passionate about helping moms get their kids to eat more veggies. It's just so important. And I'll be honest, I have to fix this light. I feel like it's not right there. Anyways, I will be honest, if you are new to this journey of healthy living, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, hi, whoever joined, be sure to comment, tell me you're here. If you are new to this journey of healthy living, healthy lifestyle, breakfast is the best place to start. 1, I think it's the easiest. 2, you reap the benefits immediately. Like, you start feeling well about your day. You're starting your day off right, and that's a great feeling, and that's just gonna propel you to eat healthy throughout the remainder of the day. So I think breakfast is a great place to start for moms. I also know, as a mom, it is the most challenging, right? Because we have to get the kids up, we have to get them out on the bus or drop them off at school, and the morning is a crazy time. So I absolutely understand that it can be, challenging to have a healthy breakfast or to serve a healthy breakfast for our kiddos. That's what I want to share today with you. Some of my strategies, some of the items that I prepare for my kiddos to send them off for the best day possible. Like I said, breakfast is by far the most important meal of the day, and we really want to send our kiddos off to school and help them to be the best student they can be. That's not just getting the best grades, but having the best behavior, sitting still in class, being attentive, not fidgeting and fussing. And when they are full, when their bellies are full with nutritious food, that makes a huge difference in their day. So I want to talk about breakfast at our house. Breakfast is not something I meal plan. I absolutely meal plan our dinners. I don't meal plan breakfast. Breakfast is just something that I have a little arsenal or repertoire of food that I rotate throughout the week, and I just kind of know what that is, and we always have it available. One of the best things I think about breakfast is a lot of these foods that I'm going to show you today, you can make in advance. So you can make them and they freeze very well, so you can have them ready. And having them available, I mean, if you saw my broadcast earlier today, or if you are in love with, your kids love freezer waffles, you know how easy it is to pull things out of the freezer and serve them for the day, heat them up and take them on the go. Why not have it be your homemade food? Why not have it be food with the best ingredients available? And honestly, it's a lot less money. It's a lot cheaper to make it yourself. Have it available. You know the ingredients. You know the ingredients are the best for your kids, and you can pull it out of your own freezer, homemade by mom. What a great way to send our kiddos off to start the school day. So I'm going to talk about a couple different things that we have here. Eggs are a big part of our breakfast routine. We eat eggs many mornings a week. I would say 4 or 5 out of the 7 mornings we have some kind of egg, be it hard-boiled eggs or fried eggs or scrambled eggs. In some capacity, we eat eggs, and we eat a lot of eggs. To me, eggs are the perfect food. It's high in protein, includes healthy fats, it's very filling, keeps them full throughout the day. Eggs contain a little of almost every nutrient that we need for our bodies, so they really are an amazing food. They're high in vitamin B2, B5, B12. The one thing I will say is with eggs is eggs can be, and I should do a whole broadcast just on this, eggs can be very difficult to purchase at the store because there are so many different labels and marketing tactics and terminology around the eggs, and you sometimes end up paying extra for eggs that have really no extra nutritional value, or they aren't as healthy as you think they are just because of the marketing. So a couple things when it comes to eggs. If at all possible, try to buy your eggs local. And you might think, I don't know any farmers, how am I gonna do that? And I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot of farmers either. I never knew any farmers before this journey of ours started. So ask around. You are gonna be surprised how many people either have chickens themselves, or have a neighbor who has chickens, who sells eggs, or who knows a local farmer. A great place to start is your local farmer's market. If not, like I said, ask your friends. You will be absolutely surprised at the number of sources that you'll have in your area for fresh eggs. So fresh eggs from a local source is the best. If you're gonna buy them in the store, terms to look for are pastured eggs. So eggs, the chickens are actually out at pasture, right? So they have to say pasture eggs. And there are regulations around this about how much time and where the chickens are actually out into the yard. One thing I really shy away from is cage-free. That really does not mean anything to anyone. There's no terminology around that. Just because they're not in a cage doesn't mean the chickens aren't in a building, and it doesn't mean they're ever seeing the outside. So cage-free is a little bit of a marketing term. So two things to look for: either pastured, so being outside, being out in the pasture, so pastured eggs, or omega-3 enriched, which means that the feed that they're giving the chickens has been enriched with omega-3s. So those are two things to look for. If you see those on the eggs, it's worth paying for. Some of the other labels you're gonna see on there are really just marketing tactics and don't necessarily mean that the eggs are gonna be more nutritious. Okay, so that's enough about that. I should do a whole broadcast just on eggs because it's really crazy when you're at the store. But hard-boiled eggs. Every Sunday night, I hard boil a dozen eggs. We almost always have hard boiled eggs in our refrigerator, except for when the Patriots win the World Series, and then my whole schedule was off and I didn't do so much on Sunday night. But most days, we always have hard boiled eggs in our refrigerator. Easy to grab, easy snacks. You can easily peel these and the kids can take them on the go with them as they're heading out to the bus or eat them at the bus stop. Very easy to take with them. I also pack them in lunches many times. So hard-boiled eggs, always available, perfect snack, and again, very filling, so they're gonna feel full. These are great after-school snack as well. So eggs for breakfast is fabulous. Another way I like to serve eggs is scrambled. Either scrambled plain, scrambled with cheese, or scrambled with a vegetable. Love to serve them scrambled with spinach or zucchini. And I love to pair them with some avocado. Avocado is another one of those perfect foods. It's a healthy fat. Eating a healthy fat like avocado actually helps our bodies to absorb the nutrients. So again, I said eggs have almost a little bit of almost every nutrient that we need. Pairing that egg with an avocado helps our bodies to absorb those nutrients even more. And a little fun fact, both avocados and eggs are good for our eyesight. So it's a little fun fact. Here I am wearing my glasses, but you know, when you hit that age, it doesn't matter what you read. But yeah, so for our kiddos, good for their eyesight, good for their brain development, and a good way to fill their bellies and keep them full and satisfied until lunchtime. And the one thing we really want to do with breakfast is avoid these peaks and bringing their blood sugar up and spiking back down before lunch. They are not going to be able to focus. They are not going to be able to sit still in class when they're coming down from a sugar high and they're feeling hungry again, and or they're just disoriented, or not disoriented, but just not able to focus. Kind of like brain fog, not able to focus because they didn't have a great breakfast. And just speaking from personal experience as a mom, if you have a little kiddo or even a big kiddo who is struggling to pay attention, maybe has attention issues, attention deficit, just can't sit still in their seat, inability to focus in the classroom, hard time staying on task, I would really look at what you're serving them for breakfast and how you can improve their breakfast as many mornings as possible. And again, moms, I know it's challenging. It's challenging to get everyone out of the house, but it's going to make such an impact in their day, and it's going to make such an impact in their performance at school. So you really reap the benefits of maybe less notes home from the teacher, a little more organization in their assignment notebook, all those things. I may be speaking from direct experience with our little people around here. So again, if your child's struggling at school, I would really focus on what you're feeding them for breakfast and see if you can get some healthy fats and eggs in their breakfast as many mornings as possible. So good choice. Another thing for breakfast that we always have, if you've watched me before, you know I am huge on the mini muffins. Mini muffins are fabulous breakfast food. Again, make these in advance. You can put them in your freezer and have them ready. Mini muffins are another great place to sneak in some veggies. So zucchini in the mini muffins, they will never know. Also, portable, eat them on the way in the car or at the bus stop. If you have mornings where you're running late, you're gonna be so happy that you have these in your freezer ready to go. So eggs, avocado, mini muffins, and then the next thing is waffles. So I love these waffles. Hopefully you saw my broadcast earlier today. If you did not, please go check it out. Where I was at the grocery store talking about what to look for when you're buying waffles, frozen waffles or toaster ready waffles. And gave you some great suggestions, and I did mention that the first thing you should look for is waffles that are made with whole grains, whole grain being the first ingredient. And these waffles that I make are the primary ingredient is brown rice flour, which is a whole grain brown rice flour. These are so filling. My little one who's 5, she'll have 2 of these in the morning. My oldest guy who's 11, he'll devour quite a few. But they're easy to take on the go. You can easily spread them with a little bit of peanut butter, and really great start to their morning. Easy to freeze. Again, throw a batch of these in a Ziploc bag, throw them in the freezer. You can easily take them out. Now, when you make them, obviously in the waffle iron, you get there are 4 of them stuck together. I always break them apart so we can just grab whatever we need at the time for however many kids are eating that morning. This waffle recipe is fabulous. Your kids are gonna love it. It is sweetened only with a couple teaspoons, actually 3 teaspoons of maple syrup. That's the only sweetener, so you don't have a bunch of sugar and sweeteners in here. You know all the ingredients. These are so easy to make. And I always add in, whenever I make my muffins or my waffles, I add in flax seed and chia seed. Again, these are both great superfoods, omega-3s, extra fiber. Great way to sneak these healthy superfoods in without the kids even knowing, and you're gonna feel better about what they're eating versus the store-bought, highly processed, added sugars, added ingredients. In the store-bought version, when you can make these yourself. And again, the one thing I talked about on my other broadcast is when you find a frozen waffle at the store that does have whole grain or has some great ingredients in it, you end up paying a significant amount for 6 to 8 waffles, and that gets really expensive. Honestly, I'd rather take the time to make my own waffles, save the money there, and invest that in good quality eggs from my farmer. To me, that is a better value, it's a better use of our money, and we're gonna get better nutrition out of those choices. And I'll say this, moms, it's, you think, oh, healthy cooking, I have to make things at home, that's gonna be overwhelming, I don't know how to do that. And if you're just starting out, it may feel overwhelming. But let me tell you, turn on the Netflix, either on your laptop, your phone, your tablet, put your Netflix in your kitchen, and within one episode of Madam Secretary, which I am binging on right now, with one episode of your favorite show, you can easily, I promise you, easily have a double batch of mini muffins and a single, or if you have time, a double batch of the waffles ready to go in your freezer. If you would do that once a month, take one episode of your favorite show, move it off the couch and into the kitchen, easy to make. The muffins go they're in the oven for 18 minutes, well, 13 to 18 minutes depending. And you're not doing anything, right? Well, during that time, be making your waffles, using the same bowl, the same measuring cups, mostly the same ingredients. Get all of that done, stock it in your freezer, and you're ready to go for the month. One episode of Games of Thrones, one episode of Madam Secretary in your kitchen, and you're stocked for the month, and I'm telling you, you're gonna save money and you're gonna feel so much better about the choices your kids are making. Have some hard-boiled eggs on hand. You have breakfast for several weeks, and you're gonna love the choices that your kids are making. Okay, what else? So I wanted to talk, obviously we always have some kind of fruit available to our kids. Also, I didn't bring it out here today, but I do always like to have some berries. Grapefruit's another great option, but fruit, that, again, easy to take with them, great nutritional value, great start to the day. Another thing is smoothies. You've seen some of my other broadcasts. I'm not going to go through the recipe today, but smoothies are easy. This is kale, banana, flax milk, a little bit of chia seed. I'm trying to think what else is here. Coconut oil and a squeeze of lemon. Great, healthy, easy breakfast. Again, they can take this and drink it pretty quick on their way out the door. Sometimes we take it in the car too. Don't tell my husband, that's kind of not good. We pray no one spills it, but sometimes we do. It's in the morning, you gotta get to school, you gotta do what you have to do. Couple other things that I have, these would be more of an occasional breakfast item, maybe once or twice a week, is some dairy options. We don't eat a lot of dairy here, but we do have a little bit of dairy, and I'll be honest, make sure you read the ingredients on your dairy options. So cottage cheese is great with a little bit of honey on top, or some plain yogurt with some fruit on top, or again, some honey, some chia seeds. These are great options, but please read the labels, because both of these products, if you're not careful, especially cottage cheese, it amazes me. Some of the cottage cheese brands out there, they will have 15 ingredients, and I don't really understand why. Not necessary. This is literally skim milk, cream, and salt. 3 ingredients, Daisy brand. Again, this is more of an occasional food. We don't eat and drink a lot of dairy, but when we do, we make sure that we read the ingredients. And again, if you've seen my other broadcasts, I'm a huge fan of the Fage yogurt. Trader Joe's also has a good European blend, or European something, I forget what it's called, but just look for the European original yogurt, plain, full fat. Again, both of these are full fat. Don't get the skim fat, low fat versions. They add sugar to those. The full fat is good for our kiddos, good for their developing brains. Make sure you get the full fat version and read the ingredients. So that's it. That's kind of my mix of breakfast items. Rotate these in throughout the week. Change it up depending on how much time we have. One thing I like about the scrambled eggs is my 11-year-old can make those for the family on his own. I really try to work out in the morning. So I try to have breakfast ready on this island for them, laid out for them. When they come down, they can get themselves dressed, they can serve themselves breakfast, grab it, and be ready to go when I'm done working out. That's a perfect morning. That's not every morning, but you get the idea. But just kind of having these things on hand and having them in your freezer ready to go will help immensely. One episode of your favorite show, stock your freezer. All of these recipes will be available in this week's newsletter. You can get a copy of that at kidseatvegetables.com/tips. We'll put you on the mailing list for my weekly newsletter. It comes out Saturday mornings. So all of these recipes will be included in this week's newsletter, kidseatvegetables.com/tips, and you'll be on the list for the newsletter. Have a great one. And like I said, moms, if you're just starting out your journey, breakfast is a great place to start. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk soon. Bye.